Welcome guys to another Dragon Ball Legends video, and today we are going to be talking about a new Android 18 that came out when Tag Team Gohan and Trunks were released, and I was able to pull her instead of the LF Gohan and Trunks. This is my main account, so yeah, I wasn't able to get him on this one, so that sucks. But I got her on this account, so I'm gonna be reviewing about her. She is Elements Yellow and a support type. Honestly, I did not know she was a support type until I think 2 days ago. And well, that kind of sucks, but it's a girl, so I would assume it's support character. I'm not sexist, I promise. But anyways, as I said, she is support, so she heals, has a special coverage change for strike, and she does more damage towards strike attacks than blast attack, as you can see down here, like a 300 difference. So I would suggest for the equipments to go full on strike based equipments, but I guess you could also go for blast attacks if you're running a ranged team, I suppose. But in my case, I'm going to be talking about strike based equipments. As for its main ability, as is for ability, Z ability buffs both Future and Androids strike and blast defense by 26% if you have her at 3 stars. If you have her like 6 stars, you get 30% to Androids, Future, or attack power from opponent base strike and blast defense, and an additional 50% to attack Androids base blast attack during battle. So I can't because, well, I have her at 3 stars. Her unique ability, this one, you'll gain additional buffs if you have these characters in your team, Androids and Future, type powerful opponent. You'll also gain a additional buff towards her if you have a character Android 17, so you could get put in GT Android 17, Super Android 17 from the GT series. I will obviously show this in team making. I can't really make a team because, well, I don't have any good units. So make a team with the GT and Super Android 17. And then we have Short Tempered. This one, the same thing. You can have Androids, powerful opponent, or Future for an additional buffs from right here. So we're gonna move on to the equipments. The first one is going to be Cell in his perfect form. This is going to be mainly Android's team, as you can see here from its slot 2 and slot 3. So if you're planning to go full on Android's team, then I will suggest to go this one. This one mainly does strike, blast, and a little bit of also special move damage, and a little of defense, as you can see here, health restorations. Slot 1, special move damage 10%, health restoration 10%. Slot 2, blast attack 12%, in addition 12% to launch blast attack when 3 battle members attack Androids. Slot 3, space strike attack 12%, in addition to 12% to launch strike attack when 3 battle members attack Androids. And you get this in the hyper-dimensional co-op. And then we have the Androids up here for both attack and defense. Slot 1, blast attack 20%, both strike and blast defense both at 15%. Slot 3, strike attack 30%, so that's a lot of strike defense. Strike attack, and you get this in the Ultimate Equipment Collection Normal Android Saga. And then we have Uncontrollable Anger for mostly defense or also attack, as you can see for slot 2 and 3. And same for slot 1. Ultimate special move damage 10%. Since she does have an ultimate, you could also, this is also like a little benefit right here. Ultimate damage 10%. Slot 2, strike defense 18%, an additional 10% to a strike attack when 3 battle members are attacked by an opponent. Slot 3, blast defense 18%, an additional 10% to a blast attack when 3 battle members are attacked by an opponent. So if you're planning to make a powerful opponent team, I would suggest you to use this equipment on her for extra defense and more damage, more than just striker blast, but also special move and ultimate damage too. And you get this in the hyper-dimensional co-op. And then we have the Not If I Stop You for defense and attack. Slot 1, strike and blast defense 30%. Slot 2, strike attack 25%, and slot 3, blast attack 35%. As you can see here, this one is more based on blast attacks. So if you're planning to increase her blast attacks, then I would suggest for you to go for this one, or just for defense and both strike and blast attacks. You get this in the ultimate Ultimate Equipment Collection, Normal Future. And then we have, if you're planning to make a full-on Future team, then you should use, try not to do anything too crazy, or Blast attack and strike attack, and a little bit of strike defense right here. Strike defense 25%, blast attack 12%, an additional 13.50 to 1 blast attack when 3 battle members are tagged future. Strike attack 12%, an additional 13.50 to 1 strike attack when 3 battle members are tagged future. Now for a more defense type equipment, which is the first one's gonna be the King Kai's power. Base key recovery 15%, base health at 5%, base key recovery 50%, base health 5, and same goes for slot 3, key recovery 15%, health at 5%. And you get this in the Exchange Legends medals in the exchange shop. And then we have this Gohan from the Android Saga in Dragon Ball Z. It's mainly defense, as I said. Slot 1 is strike and blast defense. Strike defense being at 10% and blast defense being at 35%. Slot 2, 20% to 1 blast defense if there are 2 or more type future battle members. And slot 3, base health at 10%. If right now you can get that at the hyperdimensional co-op using playing the the normal co-op, or you can go to the exchange shop. And then we have the Raw. I don't know who this is. Who is this? I don't know. Anyways, slot 1 strike defense 28%, blast defense 28%, slot 3 20% to 1 strike and blast attack when tag GT, and character Android 17 is a bad member. So as I said before, you should use, if you're planning to use her, I would suggest you highly use the Android 17, Super Android 17 from the GT Saga. And you get this in the hyperdimensional co-op. And then we have our first Awakened for this character. Awakened, I'm counting on you. Base blast attack 50%, strike and blast defense both at 50%, strike attack at 25%, and you get this memory in the hyperdimensional co-op. And then we have the Behold My Perfect Divinity, I don't forgot. English is hard. Base strike defense 20%, slot 2, base blast attack 50%, health restoration 10%, base strike attack 20%, special move damage at 10%, and you get the memory in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. And then we have Worship Me, Give Praise Unto Me, strike defense 28%, base blast defense 20%. For slot 3, you can either choose strike based or blast based. I would suggest y'all to get strike attack, since she does more damage towards strike. And you get this memory in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. And then we have this Bestowed Hope. Slot 1, special move damage 10%, health restoration 10%. Slot 2, I would suggest you to get strike attack 32%. Slot 3, base health 12%, and you get the memory in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. And then if you're running a girls team, I would suggest y'all to get I Hope 2. Slot 1, strike and blast defense at 18%, strike attack at 18%, blast attack at 15%, an additional 12% to blast attack if a battle member other than this character is tagged girls. You get the memory and Ultra Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. And then for defense, we have that You Stay Here. Strike defense 80%, blast defense 80%, 6% to strike attack for each tag feature battle member. You get this memory in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. And lastly, we have Cheeky Brats. Strike defense 25%, blast defense 25%, base health 35%, special move damage 50%, and you get this memory in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. So one of the teams that I would suggest y'all to use is going to be, obviously, I'm gonna base this off of her Z ability, which is going to be, one of her Z ability is Future Saga. I mean, not Future Saga, just Future here. And all of these units y'all could use. I would suggest y'all to go with recent LF, Gohan, and Trunks, because, well, they're literally the same saga. So you could use them. You could also use Goku Black, since he just got his platinum equipment too. So y'all go for that, because he does have the Future Tag in there, although they're like from different sagas. I guess for the funsies, y'all can also drop these two here, Android 17 and tag Android 18, because, well, if you don't have the GT, if you don't have the GT Super 17, then I would suggest y'all to use these two, because, well, tag duos, and I don't know if they're still good, because I got them at 3 stars. So either way, I can't really know. Y'all can also use this guy, this Vegito, because Future, obviously. And these Zamazu too, because, well, he's powerful opponent and Future. And set 18 does buff also powerful opponent, so you can go for that too. These Trunks too as well. Also this Ultra Vegito if you want to, as well as the recent left like Goku Black and Vegito. But apparently they're falling off. I haven't seen anybody use them mostly. So we're gonna move on to the next tag, which is going to be powerful opponent. So for a powerful opponent, it's not gonna be that much difference. But for this time, I am gonna suggesting y'all to use the GT Android 17. This Android 17 because, well, obviously Android 18 gets the buff for this, and he's currently coming back. I've seen a lot of people, well, I haven't seen it, but apparently a lot of people are starting to bring him back up. Also Tauros too. Tauros is a really good powerful opponent, especially for defense too. I know that, like, facing this guy is so annoying. Every time you face this guy, it's just super annoying because of like his tanky, his healing, his health restoration, I think. And don't even get me started with this combat mechanic. You could also go for the Legends Limited Shenron here, because he's also still pretty good. Tag duels, as I said, also this few Zamasu Corrupted, maybe even this Boo, and that's pretty much it for the powerful opponents. Like I said, you could also do a Future Saga team, or you could also make a Androids team, although it's kind of a little outdated, but I guess you could put something there. Like I said, y'all can put this guy Lynch's Limited Android 17 because he's still considered an Android, and I guess you could still use this guy right here, although it's pretty much forgotten. But yeah, you could use this guy too. Now for abilities, Z abilities, and Zenkai abilities that buff her, all of these are going to be able to buff her from Element to Android to whatever. All these are going to be able to help her through C ability or Zenkai ability. I'll get to the Zenkai ability now. The first Zenkai on the line is going to be this Final Four Frieza from the Saiyan Saga, and for his Z ability he buffs 30% to element yellow base strike and blast defense during battle, and his Zenkai ability bumps both yellow and tag powerful opponents, so she is tag powerful opponent and she is obviously yellow, so you could use this Frieza. And then we have this Perfect Cell from the Cell Saga. Obviously this guy has a Zenkai, and his Z ability bumps both androids or type regeneration 3% to strike attack during battle, and his Zenkai ability bumps both yellow and tag androids, so full on android team, I guess. And then we have the Super Saiyan Broly from the Broly movie from Dragon Ball Z. Forgot. His Z ability buffs powerful opponent max base health during battle 80%, so that's good. And his Zenkai ability buffs element yellow and type on opponent, so I would suggest you all to use this guy as well, maybe for health, obviously. And then we have this Android 18 from the Cell Saga. I'm pretty sure, right? It's a Cell Saga. Oh, it's the Android Saga, my bad. Anyways, the ability is going to buff girls only, so I would not suggest y'all to use this. And his Zenkai ability is element yellow and tag android, so just don't use this. And last but not least, we got this Goku Black from the Super Future Saga Zenkai. His Z ability does Future, 28% to blast attack, and Zenkai ability the same thing, element yellow and tag Future during battle. So I will not suggest y'all to use this person, but instead, like I said, y'all could use this Cell right here. Honestly, this Cell will be like, I guess, like the best one because, well, 33% to tag androids. I've been making tag androids team, and whatever leader you can just put them in the leader, obviously, and they will get the buff regardless of what they have. So that's good, cool. I'll get you on guys later. I probably will make a showcase for this character because I have her at 3 stars. Then I don't have any other good units to put with her, so I'll catch you on guys later.